Some people watch football, some people drink. I'm just a hoarder.
Literally as far as I can get it open.
Well, there goes our wooden reindeer. It's my kitchen chairs.
There goes the table.
People on Hoarders live in some dangerous conditions, deep in the trenches of trash, battling bugs, rodents, and crippling credit card debt. Everything is caked in dust and dookie, and there are several deadly strains of nasty-ass itis. You know, the disease that gets you on TLC. These conditions are so dangerous, I'm surprised the cave divers haven't jumped on this yet. But let's face it, some of these houses are one Febreze candle away from going up in flames. And in a particularly wild episode of Hoarding Buried Alive, it did.
Even though it's a mess, it comforts me.
She said it makes me feel cozy. That's freaking creepy.
This is my bedroom.
My bedroom is my favorite room in the house.
Don't do that. It takes me hours to get the papers.
Hours to do what? Help me out here. Help me out. Water.
That's right, guys. The Mr. Wachowski lady from Monsters, Inc. is down on her luck. She turned out to be a hoarder. I'm just kidding. This is Laura, a mother of 2 adult sons who are knuckleheads that don't know how hoarding works, or how anything works, really. And you can say things between the family got heated. So today we're covering and breaking down Laura's episode of Hoarding Buried Alive to find out if Laura can win her family back, and you can say she gets a little fired up. And I'm so fucking corny. If you're new here, my name is MoMo, professional internet menace, here to cover and roast all your favorite shows. Y'all, for some reason, everything about this episode just tickled me. Okay, I was just tickled for some reason. I don't know if it was the New York accent, I don't know if it was the drama, but I was tickled. If you don't believe me, here's a live reaction I had like 4 minutes into the episode. So I just started the episode, and y'all, this is too much. It's too much. I have to pause. Woo! I don't even know where to start. I can't even write my notes fast enough. I don't know what to do. Now, before we get into it, please make sure you subscribe and like the video. We are so close to 100K, and my manager Nova has gone off the deep end. And if you do not hit that subscribe button, yo ass is gonna be the one on fire next. Please, I'm literally begging you at this point. Oh, I also have a P.O Box, so if you want to send me and Nova something, like a letter or something like that, all the details will be in the description below. Now, without further ado, let me tell you the tale of lonely Laura. Dun 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 dun. So of course we get a look at the house, and as expected, it's filled with a plethora of bullshit. Okay, the house is up in cahoots. It looks like Rat City in this bitch. Rat City bitch. Rat City bitch. She's gonna catch that hantavirus living in this shit. House probably smells like an unwashed BBL. We meet Laura, who is like, welcome to my home, my disaster area.
My house, my disaster area. My name is Laura. I was a nurse. I retired 2 years ago, and I live by myself.
My name is Laura. I'm a retired nurse, and I live by myself, but I like people. You know, I may not know any, but I like people.
People tell me I'm bubbly. I feel bubbly. I like people. I may not have a lot of friends that come to my house, naturally, but I have a lot of acquaintances. I like people, so I like to be out there, fool around, laugh, joke, make fun.
I have friends, I swear.
And the Oscar goes to...
I'm sorry, you're gonna have to deal with my horrible accent this entire time, and I do not care. So she starts showing us all her valuables, right? And she has a centerpiece from her son's friend's bar mitzvah. Hey, that looks just like one of Amy Slayton's art pieces. And she just can't let it go. She cannot let go the centerpiece from her son's friend's bar mitzvah way back in 1978. That thing ugly anyway. Now, I understand it holds memories and shit, but like shit, y'all didn't take no pictures? No Polaroids? Just use that. Like, why do you gotta hang on to the centerpiece? It's not even your kid.
She doesn't even go here.
So then we hear from Ethan, who is Laura's oldest son. He basically looks like a knockoff Vincent Van Diesel.
Family.
But let me tell you something, honey. Vincent Van Weasel over here had me cackling.
This isn't junk to her. This is her stuff. And she said it makes me feel cozy. Whoa, that's freaking creepy.
Whoa, that's creepy. That's weird. This is a man who knows his mama is crazy. Like, he love her, but he know his mama crazy. The other son is named Chad, and he looks just like a Chad too, y'all. He's like, yeah, man, the sit with my mom right now is crazy, bro. It's like, whatever, man.
She finds this comfort in living like that, and that just really shows you the illness. And she says it's cozy. I'm like, you know, whatever.
Laura says that she uses hoarding as a replacement for family and that the shopping makes her feel good.
My hoarding was a substitute for my family, I think, in a way. So when I went out to shop or when I buy tchotchkes or whatever it is, that made me feel good.
Maybe I'll go more into detail on my thoughts about that later on, but if I had to sum up my reaction to that in 3 words, no shit, Sherlock. So then she starts showing off her various bottles of milk like they're fucking bottles of fine wine, y'all.
This section, old milk, this one is from May. I have 3 of them here, just haven't gotten into the garbage. This is a recent one, only September. So that's only 3 months ago. Then I have another one from June, so that's like 7 months, 6, 7 months ago.
She's like, hold on, let me use my water. Hold on. She's like, this one has been aging for 3 months and it's just a beautiful blend. It has strong notes of booty crust and rotten feet. Yes. And this one has matured beautifully. It has a rare blend and a strong notes of dog shit and a tangy aftertaste. Yes. Throw them out. I don't understand. Why the fuck did you put it back on the counter like it's a knick-knack? It's a piece of trash. Put it in the trash. She also shows us like an emancipated watermelon, which as a watermelon lover, that is a crime, ma'am. You need to be in jail.
This is my refrigerator, which I haven't cleaned out lately. I did throw a few things, but some of the stuff is rotten. I have some old decrepit stuff. This, I believe, was, ooh, it's gonna get all squishy. This was watermelon, believe it or not. Oh my God, and I never used it. I waste so much money. I buy things and they sit and they get rotten.
So Ethan is like, this is a dumpster now, you know? How do you eat in a dumpster? How do you take a shit in a dumpster? How do you wash the crack of your ass in a dumpster? I don't understand it.
It's not a house anymore. It's a big dumpster. I mean, how do you wash your dishes in the dumpster? How do you in the dumpster? How do you sleep in the dumpster?
Like she said, Ethan, it's not a dumpster, it's cozy. She likes this shit. She loves it. So Laura used to be happily married with her 2 sons, you know, white picket fence and the dog type shit. But her husband left her ass and the boys moved out when they grew up. And she's like, well, you know, I guess I sort of missed them and I just started piling things up.
I started hoarding when my husband left and when the kids left. It was like, that was my happiness because I was a little lonely. I guess I sort of missed him and I wanted some comfort and started piling things up.
Then we get to meet this husband, this ex-husband, Eddie, who just looks like an asshole. Like, he just looks like an asshole because nothing came out of his mouth but straight shit. Anywho, Eddie over here is like, yeah, I left the house in, what was that, 98, and we got divorced.
We got divorced. I left the house. about 27 years ago, or maybe 28, and I never looked back.
And I left and never looked back, baby. I mean, I didn't write a letter. I didn't page the bitch. She didn't cross my mind. So we see Laura walking through some trash, and I don't know where she's going at first, right? And then we see her move some shit out the way to reveal what looks like a floor to me. But then I realize that's not a carpet, that's her bed.
So this is my bedroom.
My bedroom is my favorite room in the house. I like the bedroom because it makes me feel comfortable.
This is where this woman sleeps, and she's just tucking right into that shit like it's normal, you know, just curled up in the corner, surrounded by hell and high water.
Oh, I love trash.
And I know that old ass mattress is tearing up her back.
I got food things in case I need a snack. This room, even though it has a lot of stuff, is very calming to me, and it just makes me feel better.
And she's all lonely because all her family lives in Arizona, and she wants to move to Arizona too, but now this house is up in cahoots and she can't sell it like this, so she needs to try to clean up.
I miss my kids live in Arizona. My grandkids are in Arizona. My father is, everybody, my ex-husband, they're all in Arizona. I'm like the only one left on the East Coast here. I miss them desperately. So I have to fix things up. Hopefully I'll get the house on the market and move out to Arizona.
I'm really hoping she will clean up and be able to move.
Now, who in the fuck is gonna buy this? I don't know what sucker you're gonna get to buy this house, but honey, this house is chopped, it's cooked, or whatever the kids say, honey. It's fried, just like your damn mind. So the two sons, Ethan and Chad, have come up to see her and try to help her with this. And because of the hoarding, there's a lot of tension with the boys. And Ethan is like, bro, I'm not gonna lie, like, I can't be associated with this. Like, I might have to cut her off. Like, this bitch is embarrassing.
It's just disgusting to see that, and it's really sad. It's really sad, and it hurts.
She really needs to, like, maybe get her stuff together, because I can't really be, like, associated with that, you know? No, it's not cool. Yeah, I think I might have to cut her off.
And I don't want the other boys at school to make fun of me. Ethan said that he would cut her off like a phone line. Now, of course, they have tried to help their mother in the past, but last time it didn't go so well.
Years ago, my mother got into, she had an accident and she was in the hospital, and I came in with my brother. We went and we just started cleaning. You know, we filled up a whole dumpster.
They sat there and threw all of that lady's shit out while she was in the hospital, knowing damn well she loves that trash. Gonna throw out all her good trash like that. She thinking that she about to get home from the hospital and cuddle up with her newspapers, you know, maybe chew her a glass of spoiled milk. And y'all done sat there and throwed all her shit out. The boys thought they were helping. They thought they were gonna get a thank you and a kiss on the cheek. Turns out mama didn't speak to her boys for 3 whole years.
After the unauthorized cleanup, Laura refused to speak to her sons for 3 years.
Yeah, she was busy hoarding it back up. She talks about how she misses her family, but you didn't talk to them for 3 years. You chose the trash. The trash will never disappoint me by not going to law school, boys. So it's the sons' first time seeing the house in a decade since they last cleaned it and got cussed out.
I can only imagine what it's gonna look like.
I don't even know. I'm just hoping it's not as bad as it was last time.
Oh, it's not as bad, honey. It's worse. So they step in and they're like, holy shit. Holy moly. Ethan in particular just can't take it. He's like, Ma, for real? For real, Ma?
So we didn't know what to expect. We walk into the house and it was like, holy shit. There's crap all over the place. Da, 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 da. Ma, for real?
Homeboy said he was horrified. You can see the blood vessel popping out of his bald head. So they go into the bedroom and they are just flabbergasted. They can't process what lays before their eyes.
Oh my God, for real? Oh my God.
Are you kidding me? This is where you sleep, right here.
Yeah, on that little spot.
And Ethan, for some damn reason, decides to do a cannonball into the trash.
Chad, watch this. Watch this.
Oh no!
You just can't help but watch.
Yeah, that's right. It's just like a ball pit, only somehow even more gross and unsanitary. Your ass is gonna be itching for 4 days straight. I mean, you're gonna have your bald ass head is gonna have a rash around that bitch. And Ma freaks out on him. She's like, don't do that. It takes me hours to sort that trash.
Don't do that. It takes me hours to get the papers. Here we go.
Why are you sorting out trash? And why is it taking you hours? Like, can't you find a hobby? Like the other grandmas, go knit or something. Like, I crochet. You want me to teach you how to crochet, Laura? I'll teach you how to crochet. You need to find a damn hobby. And Chad is like, shit, the homeless people got better living conditions than this.
No offense to people out on their luck out there on their street, but they have better living conditions.
And that's true. I mean, I don't even know if anyone would take this house for free because it's a mortgage worth of work that has to go into it. So Ethan is like, all this shit is going in the trash, okay? Everything. I don't want to hear it. Everything in this motherfucker is going in the trash.
Yeah, and it's all going, and I don't want to hear nothing. Every piece of it. I don't want to hear that you need this, you need that, you don't need nothing.
Yeah, it'll be amazing.
You haven't used it in a year or two, you don't need it. That's my philosophy. You don't use it in 2 years, trash.
Ethan, that's not how this works, Mr. Clean. She is gonna have to work and sort through every little thing. She's gonna have a therapy session for every item. And I know it's unreasonable. I know it's annoying as fuck, but this is your mom. It's your mother. What are you gonna do? I'm so sorry. Please don't unsubscribe. So of course we know that Laura is struggling with being lonely, but apparently there is another reason why she's like this. Apparently a long time ago, she lost her baby, which is just tragic.
But watching Chad and Ethan leave the nest wasn't the first loss she's ever suffered. Just 4 years into her marriage, Laura tragically lost her firstborn child.
And let's face it, that's enough to make anyone a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. But the ironic thing is now she is missing out on the family that she has left. Because she has experienced so much loss, she holds on to everything, because the trash would never leave her. So of course they send over a therapist because Laura desperately needs help, before the family just completely cuts her off. So Laura gives the therapist a tour of her establishment, and while they are in the kitchen, Laura mentions something about almost burning something on that stove. Foreshadowing.
The stove, sometimes if I move stuff, I could get to one burner, but it's dangerous. I made something yesterday and I put something down and it's a good thing I smelled it, started to burn.
Right. So fire hazard.
It's a fire hazard.
So you mean to tell me you had a warning and you didn't rearrange some shit? Like, I'm not saying you need to get rid of it, but at least move it off the stove. You still got the fucking Kindle sitting there on the damn stove. She also says her bedroom is her favorite room in the house.
This is my bedroom.
Okay.
I love my bedroom.
You love your bedroom.
Even though there's stuff all over the place, I love it. And This is where I spend most of my time.
Yeah, and it's a spider's favorite too. Look how thick that dust and dander is, y'all. That shit gonna give you asbestos. So the therapist is like, she lost everything, her baby, her husband, her role as a mother, and also her damn mind. but most importantly, she lost her purpose in life.
It was very important to her to be a mom to her boys, and she no longer has that role. And so this was a way of holding on to those memories and avoiding really developing new relationships and putting herself out there.
I have a lot of acquaintances. People call me, they ask how I'm doing.
I think Laura probably made her role as a wife and mother her whole identity. And listen, if you're one of those people where family is your whole entire personality, then I'm not here to tell you how to live your life. But in my opinion, you need to find purpose in other things too. You don't just have to be a mother. You don't just have to be a father, in my opinion. Now, I ain't got no kids. All I got is fur babies. I'm just saying. So now it's time for the ex-husband, Eddie, to come over and see the house. And you know they invited him over for the drama.
So with their mother's permission, they've invited their father and Laura's ex-husband, Eddie, to help. And he is about to tour the house for the first time in 27 years.
He hasn't seen the house in 27 years. And homeboy walks in there and he's like, shit, good Lord, how do you do this? I don't understand.
My God. I can't believe this, man. How do you do this? I don't understand how you can do this.
Bro, none of us quite understand it, but it probably has something to do with how you left her ass. Eddie says that him and Laura didn't get along too well, so one day he hauled ass. I said I was getting a divorce. She said bullshit. I said watch me, bitch.
Me and her didn't get along too well, so one day it was, I said, I'm getting a divorce, and she said, no, you're not. And I said, watch me. And that was it. It was over.
Bada bing, bada boom. Next thing you know, I'm in Florida with a hot broad on my lap and a beer in my hand. He came to support the boys, okay? He don't give a rat's ass about her.
The reason why I came was to support my boys, because it's probably a very trying time for them, because it is their mother. But I'm here for them, no one else.
Now, this man, Eddie, is a cold-hearted motherfucker. You mean to tell me you were married to her for how many so years and you don't care about her at all? Oh, he done found him another girl, honey. Probably some pretty young thing. Homeboy was disgusted by the house. He was like, yuck. He was like, ugh.
It's like, disgusting, man.
It's like, well, I'm really glad you're here so you can help me. And I missed you so much, Eddie. And Eddie was like, yeah, don't touch me, bitch.
It makes me very happy that you're here. I need a lot of help in cleaning up. Maybe you could help me do some stuff because I eventually would love to get to Arizona. I miss you too.
Don't touch me.
The boys were like, we're gonna help you clean, but it's gonna get clean. All this bullshit is going in the dumps.
We'll help you clean this place up, but it's getting cleaned. I mean, gone.
To the left, everything you own getting tossed to the left. All this bullshit, that's all junk. Bitch, you got too much damn stuff. So the cleanup day finally arrives and they bring another specialist out and she pulls up looking like the Matrix, honey.
After this, there is no turning back.
Thank you for joining us. We're here for Laura today. Today's the big clean out. There's certain things that Laura wants to look through, wants to sort through, which I'll be working together with her.
Sis pulled up to the scene looking fly. Man, I love Y2K fashion. If you couldn't tell, I got my little drip on. Anywho, they're about to get started and the therapist says, if you're unsure about an item, run it by Laura first.
Real important, if you're not sure about the item, just run it past Laura here.
The problem is that the boys are sure. They're sure this is all garbage, okay? There is no uncertainty. So they get it popping and they just start shoveling and heave-hoeing all this shit out. And Laura is just sitting on the couch, picking up one little item at a time.
I Anybody need tinsel for the tree?
Sorry, that one's fine.
Hold up, what the fuck did she just eat? Was that in the trash pile? Was that in the trash with the rest of the trash? What the fuck did she just eat? So Laura is getting mad pretty quickly because they are throwing out all her trash and not looking through it how she wants. They're not being careful how she wants. So she just starts yapping and nagging.
I could hear boys throwing stuff out in the room that didn't sound like it should be thrown out. I want you to be careful with things that you go.
I want to know what it is.
Yeah.
It's trash.
Don't do that!
Don't do that. Damn, she annoying, bro. I'm sorry, but she low-key annoying. Like, no wonder Mike and Sully wasn't really fucking with her like that because she annoying as fuck. And are y'all sure y'all want y'all mama to move down to Arizona with y'all? Because I couldn't be with her for more than 20 or 30 minutes at a time. So the therapist comes over to talk to Laura and try to talk some sense into her. And while they are talking, they smell something burning.
Something's burning.
Something's burning in the kitchen.
What's burning?
And I'll be damned if they haven't set the kitchen on fire with that same damn stovetop. They are about to set this whole establishment ablaze.
Water!
I literally see this flame on the stove, and all I'm thinking about is, yeah, there's a pile of newspapers and oil right there. I'm thinking, if we don't get this contained in the next 5-10 seconds, we have a new show. We're all standing outside watching this place just go right up.
The stove is on fire. But luckily they managed to take out the fire before it spreads. However, if that would have spread to the nearby trash, let's just say we wouldn't have to worry about the cleanup. So there's a positive. And Laura just feels bad about it because, you know, her hoarding put everyone at risk, put her boys at risk.
It showed me that I've got to do what I'm doing, clean up and clear up and whatever it is. Like, I'm angry at myself for having that stuff, and other people were in the house that could have gotten hurt, burned. So I'm mad at myself.
And she is slowly starting to see that the junk is not cozy. It's crazy, bitch. So as usual, the cleanup continues off camera and it cuts to 2 months later. And Laura has been continuing to clean up on her own. So her son Ethan is over to come check it out and see how she's doing.
It's been over 2 months since Laura began digging out her hoard, hoping to eventually sell her home and move.
It's been about 2.5 months since I've been here. And we're gonna go inside and see what kind of progress my mom has made.
And I'll be damned if this doesn't look like a whole new house.
Check it out. Living room looks good. Very nice.
Come into the kitchen, Ethan.
Wow, this looks great. Man, this cleaned up nice. That floor was trash.
This is my pride and joy, my kitchen.
This cleaned up really nice.
The house looks good, y'all. Like, I don't know if I would eat from this bitch because what I've seen, I can't unsee, you know? But it looks pretty good. Now, I don't know if they can sell this bitch. It might be some hidden damage. For example, like her raggedy ass bed from 1967.
This is my beautiful
Oh my God.
bedroom.
Look at this. You
Used to
couldn't
get
even
caught.
walk in here. The newspapers were up to the bed. How long have you had this bed, Mom?
45 years.
40.
Yeah, be
I don't
careful,
know.
you'll hurt, because the things stick up.
Ma'am, why does your bed have a sinkhole? This lady got a portal to Narnia in her damn bed. How did this happen? Have you been eating the mattress? Is this a crossover episode with My Strange Addiction?
The good stuff to me is the pillow top itself. I'm done with the mattress when it smells funny, or if I get down to where it's just springs.
And she still had a hidden trash stash under there. She just couldn't let go of it all.
Oh my good.
Oh my God, Mom, look at this.
I know this stuff. stuff under there. What can I tell you?
She's saving that little bit to cuddle with at night. But Ethan has a surprise for her. Congratulations, you have won a brand new mattress.
Surprise. That's it.
Wow.
Got you a new mattress, Mom.
Wonderful.
A gift from heaven, my new bed. I love it.
Aw, isn't that sweet, y'all? And that's how the episode ends on a positive note.
I love my mom to death, and she did an awesome, awesome job in the house. I'm very proud of her.
This right.
She did a great job.
Now, you're probably wondering, did Laura end up moving to Arizona? Like, what happened to her? She went back to hoarding. She went back to hoarding, y'all. In fact, they had a whole little follow-up segment on it where her and her son were about to throw hands over an old-ass desk, even though she was supposed to be moving to Arizona. Across the states.
The cleanup was progressing remarkably well until Laura noticed one of her favorite possessions in the charity pile.
The old school desk.
Are you going to move it to Arizona?
Yes, I am.
It's falling apart. It needs so much work. Somebody will give you $1 for it.
I'm not giving it away.
I gotta move it so I can throw it out again.
No, you're not going to throw it out again.
Now, people online have expressed their frustrations over Laura's episode, feeling as if she was enabled by the psychologist, especially in the little update segment.
My goal for therapy was for the boys to respect their mother's decision, at least a little bit.
I think it's really important that she does have control and she can make these decisions for herself because she needs to learn how to make good decisions. She says she wants to keep it though and put it in her living room. You don't believe that?
No.
It was definitely pretty hostile.
Yeah, that blonde bitch is always doing some ass kissing bullshit in every episode. Every episode she is puckering up. People online had already clocked that Laura was gonna go back to hoarding. And there is speculation that the sons did distance themselves afterwards from Laura, but there's no confirmation on that. However, if they did, if the sons ended up cutting her off, how do you guys feel about that? Do you feel as if the sons had the right to step away from this toxic situation and go live their lives? Or do you feel as if they should have stayed to support their mother, knowing that the loneliness makes the hoarding worse? Me personally, even though I see both sides of it, I think Laura should be responsible for her own happiness and healing, including finding a community and doing her part to repair her relationship with her sons. Now, it was clear that Laura was dealing with a ton of issues that started with the horrible loss of her child and continued with the partial loss of her family. And a quick little cleanup wasn't gonna fix these issues. And just like that little pile of trash that was underneath her bed, there's still traces of trauma lying just underneath the surface, or in this case, underneath the sheets. And all it took to go back to hoarding was one little voice saying, "Hey, why don't you save that gum wrapper, Laura? You can use it as tinfoil for your leftovers." Anyway, Laura is probably hoarding to this day, enjoying her little cozy hoard, and never moved. Now it's time for Momo's Mindful Moment. You know, the segment where we turn the lens on ourselves to see what we can learn from this fake-ass trash reality TV show. And this is one of the ones where I'm mostly talking to myself because the truth is, I can relate to Laura. Now, does my mattress have a fucking crater in it? No. Is my milk in a solid state? No, but I do love being cozy and comfortable. I do love being cozy. Laura said this hoard was cozy to her, that she found comfort in it. And the idea of taking away her comfort zone made her sick to her stomach because hoarding was her coping mechanism for her grief. However, if she keeps going back to her comfort zone, her life will continue to chip away, just like that mattress. The point is, Sometimes our comfort zone is really our coping zone. For example, I'm a very anxious person, y'all, okay? Like, it's bad, okay? I am anxious. I am skittish. I hate going out. I work from home. All my hobbies are indoors in my home. I hate leaving the house. I hate trying new things, okay? Trying new things and new experiences that others get excited for, yeah, that gives me the nervous bubble guts. But I am realizing now, as I am slowly approaching 30, you know, the big 3-0, that I don't want to live the rest of my life looking at these four walls. So I have to get out there and actually, dare I say it, touch grass. And that's terrifying for me. Sometimes we resist change because it's uncomfortable. We keep on with the same habits and the same coping mechanisms, even though we know we could possibly build a better life by making a change. We keep retreating further and further back into that cozy little hole that we dig ourselves in, and we stop taking steps forward. We stop making progress. We miss out on so many opportunities and so many experiences. Laura is missing out not only on her family, but on her entire life. She could be out there making friends, trying new things, trying new hobbies, finding a new purpose. And maybe you're not a hoarder, you know? Maybe you're just like me and desperately need to touch some grass. Maybe you need to break a bad habit. Maybe you need to start taking accountability for something. I don't know, whatever you've gotten way too comfortable with, right? I'm challenging you to make a small change with me, and let's get out of that comfort zone for once. Now, I will actually go outside and try some new things. I want to hear what you plan on changing and what you plan on switching up in the comments below, and I better see those comments. That's it, guys. I know it was a little short and sweet. I'm sorry. I'm actually about to head off on a little trip, on a little vacay. Like I said, I'm trying to step out my comfort zone. Am I scared shitless? Yes. Am I thinking about 1,000 possibilities that could go wrong on this said trip? Yes. But I'm doing it. So, you know, a little short and sweet one, and I will be back. Okay, I'll be back to continue. Again, please make sure you subscribe. Please double check to make sure you're subscribed. And please, I can't take this cat on my ass anymore. We are almost there. Thank you guys so much for watching, so much for supporting your girl through this, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.